Good evening. Today is Tuesday, January the 19th. Today in geometry, we finished up the mid-chapter quiz, and then we looked at the next section, which deals with rectangles. So I will share my screen and show you the particular types of problems we did there. So when you look at a rectangle, the first thing you do, the rectangle is defined to be a parallelogram So when we say that a rectangle is a parallelogram, that means all of the properties that we learned about parallelograms, which means opposite sides are congruent, opposite angles are congruent, opposite sides are parallel, the diagonals bisect each other, and the consecutive interior angles are supplementary. All of those properties hold for a rectangle. The additional property is a parallelogram with 4 right angles. So if you look at I draw here, when I draw a rectangle, it has 4 right angles. So if I do this, and then I can come across here, and I can come up like this, and I can go back across. Now, so each one of the angles in a parallelogram is a 90-degree angle. Now, if you prove that, you can prove that the thing we're going to have to prove now, if we look, the thing about a rectangle, we know it's a parallelogram with 4 right angles. So the thing we look at here is proving the first theorem that says the diagonals of a parallelogram are congruent. That's the key point. That's the new theorem that you run into here, which says the diagonals of a rectangle are congruent. So in addition to bisecting each other, they are congruent. Now, so what that means, if you look basically at a triangle here, and let's say this is just going to be JKLM. This is going to be rectangle JKLM. L is down here, and M is up here. And then we'll put P in the middle here. See, so what you know here is, for instance, since the diagonals are congruent, then JP is equal to PL, which is equal to PK, which is equal to MP. So if you look at problems here, for instance, let's say the measure of angle KJL is equal to 2x plus 4. Okay, KJL is that angle right there. So we'll kind of put a little dot right there. And then the measure of angle JLK is equal to 7x plus 5. Now, And that's JLK, so that's this little angle right here. Okay, now, so if you'll notice, since this is a rectangle, all the angles are right angles. That means this big angle up here at the top is a right angle. And then if I look at the triangle, which is JLK here, the triangle has 180 degrees. So this angle here plus this angle has to equal to 180. So if I go ahead and type that in down here, my equation says 2x plus 4 plus 7x plus 5 equals not 180, it equals 90, because see, the triangle has 180, so there's 90 there, so the left for these two is 90. So if I come down here and I get 9x plus 9 equals 90. So therefore 9x equals 90 minus 9, which is 81. And that means that x is equal to 9. Okay. Now, I can give you other types of problems here. For instance, if I say Jm here is, let's say Jm is 180. Okay. And I know that JL, let's say JL here is 200. Now, so if JL is 200, remember, that means MK is 200. That means MK is 200 because one of the properties of rectangles is that the diagonals are congruent. Okay, so that means MK is 200. Now, that would mean that JP and KP and LP and MP are all 100. So this is 100 here. See, this is 100. This is 100 here. And this is 100 up here. And this one is 100 here. Now that's what you notice, since in a rectangle here, all four of these triangles inside this rectangle are isosceles triangles because the sides, these two sides are the same, these two sides are the same, these two sides are the same, and these two sides are the same. So you have four isosceles triangles anytime you draw the two diagonals in a rectangle situation, okay? So now, if you look at your homework, once again, if you have any questions, send me an email and let me know where your questions are. Now, make sure that you've got the mid-chapter for chapter 6 done. We did all the problems, so you need to get that to me either in a OneNote or as an attachment to an email. Keep in touch with me if you have any questions, or just to kind of let me know how you're doing, so that I can get to you the information or the whatever you need to be able to work through the course. Okay, so I'll stop my sharing now. And you have my email. So as I said, it's good for you to just kind of keep in touch with me to let me know where you are, if you have questions, or just to let me know that you're doing okay. So then I know that you're still hearing what I'm saying and that we're still communicating. Okay, so once again, hope you're doing okay. I will stop recording now, and I will see you tomorrow evening.